In today's lecture, we are going to learn the bubble sort, a sorting algorithm. In this lecture, we will discuss the whole thing about the bubble sort.
Bubble sort is a simple sorting algorithm that repeatedly steps through the list to be sorted, compares adjacent elements, and swaps them if they are in the wrong order. The process is repeated for every pair of adjacent elements until the entire list is sorted. Bubble sort gets its name because smaller elements bubble to the top of the list while larger elements sink to the bottom.
Now just come to learn the algorithm so that we can execute our code in an effective manner. Firstly, the outer loop runs from the 0 to size -1. Secondly, the inner loops begins if the first condition is true, and if the condition is true then the second loop, or inner loop runs from j is equals to 0 to size -i-1.
Now we will check the condition to execute the program and to sort the array in an effective manner. If the array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, then we will hold the value of array of j in a temporary variable named as temp.
Now we have to swap the array of j and array of j plus 1. Let's take a temporary variable named as temp. Now, initialize the value of array of j into the temp. Once we assign the temp value, then the value of array of j will be equal to array of j plus 1, and after that assign the value of array of j plus 1 with temp. In this way we have swapped the elements which were in wrong manner. Now the condition is checked, come out of the inner loop because it ends, and once it ends outer loop also ends. In the next state exit from the code. Now let us take an example. In the example, we have an unsorted array named as a having size 6 with the given elements and having the index value 0 to 5. If the left element of the array is greater than the right element, then they are in wrong order, and we have to swap those elements. In the first pass, we compare the value of a of 0 to a of 1, and if the a of 0 is greater than a of 1, we will swap those value. In the next pass 10 compares with 7, since 10 is greater than 7, so they both swap each other index. And we will do this until we have a fully sorted array. Now come to the coding side. Here I am using online C++ compiler. You can use it too, as well as other tools such as dev C++. Here we declare the variable named as a, which is array of size 20, and variable I and j, and a temporary variable, temp, to store the temporary value, and to get the size from input from user we will be having size also, and to swap the value we have swap variable. Now we are going to start the outer loop and all the steps which we have discussed in algorithm part. Here we are writing code for outer loop. Once the outer loop's condition is satisfied, it will go to the inner loop, and once the condition of inner loop is verified, then it will again check the if condition, whether the array of j is greater than array of j plus 1. If the condition is true, then it will swap the array.
Now we will check the condition to execute the program and to sort the array in an effective manner. If the array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, then we will hold the value of array of j in a temporary variable named as temp.
Now we will check if swap is equals to 0. If yes, then break. Now we are going to print the sorted array, which we have sorted using the above code. Now let's run the code and see what happens. Oh my god, errors? Don't worry, we will fix them. It was a silly mistake. We forgot to put semicolon here. And here we use the sign of equals to instead of the sign of greater than. Here we have done a small mistake. Instead of using greater than sign, we have used the sign of equals to. Let's correct it and try to run the code. Now let's run the code once again. And here what we see, our code is running successfully without any error.